All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a new week of analysis. So, I just got done recording a one for the paid members. Now, what we're going to do is go over what I'm seeing so far for Euro, GU, USD, JPY. We're in a interesting position because ultimately, I want to see the gaps get filled up here from last week, right? So we had that major drop during CCI news or CPI news, whatever it was, and dropped down, leaving all these fair value gaps and imbalances for price to kind of go back up and reach. Now, price came up, it dropped an additional spot lower last Friday, and I wanted to shoot up into this zone for it to potentially reverse back. Now, it hit this what newfound supply earlier today, and now it's kind of doing its pullback. So there's two things that I can see here, and on top of that, I need you guys to check this out. We have news tomorrow morning, so there's news and 4.5 hours on GBP. There's news at two news for GBP, so just be ready for this. It's going to affect the entire currency. You have Euro news here, and then all morning at 7:30 Central Standard Time, you have Canadian news and USD news. So we have a high impact news day tomorrow. So I'm very curious to see how it goes and how it plays out. But which is kind of me coming on here telling you guys that this could go two ways. So overall, we are in a position where price is bearish, right? Clear as day. Daily is bearish. It broke the structure, broke this structure. Like this is going down. I thought that maybe we might see it push up just a little bit higher just to fill in those gaps. But overall, this thing is going to be pushing down. So I'm looking at two things happen. One of which requires price to make an early drop, which it looks like it's going to be happening during. I don't need this. What is this? Hold on one second. All right, that was my other video that got done. It wasn't doing what I thought it was normally supposed to do. But regardless, what we're going to do is either it's going to stop hunt low, come out of the box, Asian session box, or it's going to be dropping during Asian session and retest certain areas of demand. Once it hits that zone, potentially go back up, hit this area, and then drop or continue up and then reverse for the next day. So we have a couple things that ultimately are playing out. I personally want to see this thing go up another day, just to fill in these gaps. I want to see it shoot up. So that would make the dollar weak, go up. And if it shoots up hard, not only is it going to fill in these gaps, but now it's going to need to go back down the next day and fill in the gaps it's making from all these pushes. So it's in an interesting position. So I would just be careful in this. I'm not going to give you guys a specific direction like I did in the other ones. I do believe that we are in the middle and you need to wait for some sort of induction, right? Look for price and here's a nugget that you guys might like. If you feel like you're missing out on trade, like you want to take it because you think this is the move or because it's moving fast and you want to capture it, the moment your body starts kind of putting you into that fear state of I'm gonna miss out. Oh, I feel like I need it. I don't want to lack it. That is the induction. So that's where we need to like hop off and just let it do its thing. If it drops hard, so what? You miss it. It might reverse back up after the news. Who knows? That it might drop. Might be one of those news things where it drops, does this shit right here. If I can draw it. It went down first and then just skyrocket. Right. And I believe this was NFP. I think this was NFP Friday. Yeah, Friday the 6th. So did that. So just be careful. I think I want to see this play out where it kind of shoots up and goes up another day and then reverses. And that's the same thing for GU. Let me show you GU. They're both doing the same thing. The only thing that I see on GU is that right now it's inside of a supply zone. So like it usually, and you guys can go back test this, every time GU forms a low and then has a lower high and then drops, it tends to go back towards that lower high more than other pairs. Specifically GBP pairs, but like GBP USD does it a lot, where it goes up, retests that zone, this whole entire area where supply is, and then drops all the way back down. So it's got me in this position of just let it play out. Let's see what happens. Let's go into the market tomorrow during New York session, which is where I'll be trading, and see what forms, right? There's no point in trying to get caught up in a move that's going to go crazy tomorrow morning anyway. Just let it play out. If we see that it's dropped down here, see if there's a pattern. Is there consolidation? Is it holding that low for 60 to 90 minutes? Is it forming W patterns? Is it divergent? Is it, has it broken this low? Like little things that give you more confirmations that say, hey, this thing's looking to continue up or reverse back up. Because if this thing's going to drop and it's going to continue to drop, before it continues that drop, it does some sort of consolidation pair or zone, and then it just drops, right? So let's wait. What's it going to do right here once it drops? And is it something that we're going to want to take for a buy or look for a continuation, right? We'll know more once we get to that point in New York session. Now, same thing goes with USD JPY. We're just in a very interesting position because if the EU and GU drop, that allows this to kind of go up out of this bullish wedge it's in and hit this supply zone, if not go higher, or go up to here to reach this high to then tank back down during the news, right? So it's just, I don't like being in that centerpiece. I mean, ultimately, what I usually would say about this is that this is a continuation, right? I mean, just off the bat, like this is not a pair that you see drop just like from where it's at. Like that is ugly structure. This trend line, this area that they have trapped up is all liquidity. So they have liquidity up here and they have liquidity up here. If they're going to go back down, I feel like they're going to go back up one more time. They're going to break out of this bullish wedge, this bullish triangle, and they're going to go up, swipe the high, maybe go a little bit past it into the supply zone, and then they could reverse. It's kind of like that same thing. Like we got to wait for it to shoot up, and is it going to consolidate? If it consolidates at the high, I'm telling you, it's going to go up. If it goes up, hits it, and reverses immediately, that is your cue to get in, and it will continue down. You just have to be patient enough to do it. So my advice is wait for the pairs to kind of make their move. If you miss today, don't worry about it. You still have 4 other days in the week to catch something, and somebody will catch a win. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here, and everyone have a great night. If you catch some pips, let me know. Let's post the results and let the world see what we're doing. Peace out.